Hi neighbors, you're watching Neighborly News Network. I'm Allison, and I hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving and enjoyed spending time with your family. I know I did. Have y'all started your Christmas shopping yet? Here's a few places to get you started. Last week's contest was for the photographers to send in their best photo of our community. Here's a photo sent in by Andrew McDowell from Felt Photography Atlanta. This photo captures the heart of downtown Senoia in vintage style with these classic cars. Love this photo, Andrew. Thanks for sharing with us. Even though this contest is over, keep sending in your best photos of our communities to neighborlynewsnetwork@gmail.com to be featured on the next episode.
Hi everyone, we are here in downtown Newnan to see Santa on the Square, and there's a lot of people here, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Santa's coming to town. Singing to the deer in the sky, singing as they jingle tonight, singing to the moonlight.
Here are some fun things to do with your family this weekend. The Candy Cane Hunt in Fayetteville is this Saturday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. There will be a pancake breakfast, pictures with Santa, inflatables, and more, only at the Fayette County Parks and Recreational Center. Also this Saturday, go out and support our Peachtree City Elementary School's Jingle Bell Trail Run 5K, starting at 8:30 a.m. Who loves plays and who loves chocolate? Go catch the Legacy Theater in Tyrone's last 2 weekends of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. As some of you may know, I made a post on Senoia Locals in search of our next business of the week. I received a good bit of responses, and I'm trying to get everyone on. I'm currently setting up interviews, and if you are interested, just send an email to neighborlynewsnetwork@gmail.com so we can get you on the next show. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you guys so much for your interest, and I can't wait to share your business with our community. For this week's Business of the Week, we have Heather from Lee Travel and Associates Dream Vacations. Thanks for joining us, Heather.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here.
So tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, what I do is I plan vacations and travel experiences for families, for couples, for school groups, for women that just want to travel. In a nutshell, I plan travel and make people's dream destinations come to life.
So how long have you been doing this?
I've been working in the travel industry actually since I was 18 years old. I started with Delta Airlines and I retired with Delta in 2008 and worked for different travel agencies in different roles. And I am now running and operating my own franchise. I have 2 associates. One is in Newnan, one is in Brooks, and then I have associates in Idaho, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Alabama.
So how did you get into this industry?
I've always done some type of a planning, whether it was like event planning or planning my own vacations. How I fell into dreams. I was working for a previous travel agency last year, and I went on a Virgin Voyages cruise, and I met this sweet girl, and she kept telling me, well, you should come over to Dreams. You should come over to Dreams. You should just buy a franchise. And then the next day I met somebody else on the ship who was also with Dreams, and he was like, you should look at Dreams. And I just felt like it was divine timing. So I came back off the cruise and messaged Dreams. We talked for probably about 3 months before I decided to purchase my franchise.
So where's some of your favorite places that you've been?
I love Europe. My husband's English. I love the history and the architecture in Europe. Most unique and favorite destination I've been to so far was Iceland. We did a 7-day trip around Iceland and we drove the entire ring road this summer for my birthday.
Can you tell us a little more about your group trips for women?
Absolutely. Next year, for October 2025, I am planning a small group trip. It's ages from 18 to, I would take somebody at 90 if they were willing to go, but it is a small 8-person group trip that we're doing Iceland. In 2026, one of my associates, Ashley, who's also into group travel, we are planning to do an African safari and we're doing a Greece cruise. And so we're just trying to get women to make connections and to travel together because we have a lot of women in our group through that need additional support, and we would love to support them through travel.
Is there anything else that you would like to let everyone know about your business?
To be successful enough into my agency where we are providing scholarships for students in Coweta County who would like to go into the travel industry, whether that be owning or operating a travel agency or going into the hotel industry, I would like to offer that back to our community. A couple of people reach out to me about taking a trip on the anniversary of their child's death. I have some friends that have recently lost children, and just the loss and grief that I know these families feel. I would love to my agency to get to a point that I could offer these family a trip so that they can honor their child and not have to sit at home in that grief. Sometimes things just get placed on your heart. You can give back in ways through travel. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be on your show. I really appreciate it.
And thank you so much, Heather, for sharing with us today. And if you guys need a travel agent, make sure that you contact Heather.
Let me help you make your dreams a reality.
Last week's poll was ham or turkey. You guys chose turkey. Thank you guys for voting. After speaking with Heather and learning more about her travel agency, this week's poll is: do you prefer to travel to the mountains or to the beach? Voting ends Sunday evening, so let's see what's more popular within our community. By clicking on the link posted in the comments, it will bring you straight to this week's poll. I'm looking forward to what you guys think. Mountains or beach? We have a very special guest with us today who flew down all the way from New York just to be on the show. This is my dad, Michael.
Hello there.
So, Michael, may I call you Michael?
Yes, Allison. You call me Michael.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, well, I'm 64 years old. I grew up in New Jersey, spent the first 30 years there. Then the last 34 years I was in Georgia, raising my beautiful daughters, Allison, Michelle. Just recently moved to New York this year to start something new, change it up a little, and try a new lifestyle.
So, how was your flight?
Flight actually was very smooth. I flew an airline that I haven't flown before, Frontier, but it was a good, smooth flight. The weather was really beautiful coming into.
How was the weather like in New York compared to Georgia? Because for us Georgia people, it'd be cold.
When I first came in March and April, it was really chilly compared to being in Georgia. Through the summer, it got really hot, so some of that I was used to, but it was kind of funny. Some of the New Yorkers were saying, "Oh, it's so hot down here." And I said, "You ever been to Georgia?" He goes, "No, I go every day like this." Fall has been so far mildly warm. Now it's getting cold. When I came up here today, it started out in the 30s. I expected to get a lot colder. And I actually bought my first winter coat, I was going to say probably 30 years.
So when does the snow start?
Maybe January, February, but I'll experience it now for this first season.
So tell us a little bit about the transportation differences between New York City and here in good old Fayette and Coweta counties.
The transportation down here was pretty much all car, except when you went into the city, you had the MARTA transportation. But in New York, people go through the mass transportation, the trains and the buses, which run fairly well during work week, but then during the weekends, it's really hit and miss in terms of how long you're going to wait, especially for a bus. The trains is pretty regular, and they're always doing work on the track, so you never know if you're going to have delayed.
So what are the 5 major parts of New York?
The Bronx is where we are right now, and my other daughter in the Bronx. You have Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, Staten Island. I know I always kind of joke around and say Staten Island is an extension of Jersey. I look at the heart of New York as BB&Q, Bronx, Brooklyn, and Queens. But I do like Manhattan there. It brings back a lot of memories for me.
Out of the 5, which one is your favorite?
My favorite always will be Manhattan. My daughter and I went out to eat the day before Thanksgiving to Tavern on the Green. I went back there probably in the 80s when I first proposed to my wife. The other big thing about Manhattan is the New York City Marathon, which I ran a number of times there. This year, my daughter and I went to watch it in the Bronx. The thing about the Bronx is kind of unique, and they have a slogan there, you gotta believe in the Bronx. It's not as bad as people write it out to be.
So you've lived in New Jersey, New York, and Georgia. Which which place would be your favorite one that you lived?
Jersey, I have a lot of memories for, spending most of my young adulthood in there. And Georgia was really good to us. It was a lot more affordable than the Northeast, and the climate was a lot better. So they asked what my favorite 3 is. I don't really have a favorite. It's a different way of living in each part.
And is there anything else you wanted to add to for the viewers?
It's good to be back in Georgia for a few days over the holiday season. Spend some time with my daughter and son-in-law Allison and Adam, and of course, lovely granddaughters Jocelyn and Jessamine.
Well, Dad,
Michael,
aka Michael, aka Poppy, thank you so much for joining us on our show today and for being here with us over the holidays. And we really appreciate you, and have a safe flight back.
Thank you. It was a pleasure being here.
And one last question to the viewers. Do we look alike?
Thank you, everyone.
Do you have a story or an event that you want to share? Maybe your business is the next business of the week. Just send an email to neighborlynewsnetwork@gmail.com so we can get you on the next episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share with your friends. Neighborly News Network, every Monday at 7 p.m. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next video.